Okay, now that we've played the game for a bit, let's go ahead and make a couple of guides. I wanted to wait until I unlocked everything before I made this video, because obviously at the start of the game I don't have anything unlocked. So yeah, since you know the game's in Japanese, it might be a bit hard to navigate through the menus for you non-Japanese speakers. And I'm just going to do a little explanation on what things are and how to find things. So yeah, let's start. So here's our main menu with, of course, Tsurugi, the waifu.
あれ見てたんですか
So let's start from the top. So this here is your energy. You can refill this with gems up to 20 times, but be careful because after a certain amount of refills it'll go up in price. I'm not certain to how much, but I am on my 12th refill and it cost me 150 gems, so I wouldn't go this far if you're a free-to-play player. Okay, next is our credits. This is our in-game currency which we use to upgrade our students and other things. Next we have our gems. This is our gacha currency. You can also use it in the shop or gain refills. Okay, to the right of that we have our option to change the students on our home screen. You can select up to 5 students. And next to that is our inbox. Here's where you'll receive all your Apollo gems and campaign rewards that the game gives out. At the bottom there's a claim all button. To the right you can see your history by pressing this.
おはよう先生お仕置きに来たよ
Okay, now to the right of that we have our settings and inventory. The first one is our settings. To the left of that is our account settings and terms of service. Here's where you can bind your account to either Twitter or Yoastar. And here's where you can find your inventory for upgrading your student equipment. And to the right of that is your inventory for other items like shards, ascension materials and skill books. Okay, now below that is a button to remove the UI so you can get a good look at your waifu. And besides that is a button where you can use a special live 2D portrait on your home screen. It even has its own music, which is really cool. Alright, in the left corner we have our profile. Here you can change your name by pressing the blue button. You can also set a nickname to be spoken in Japanese, which is a really cool feature.
かかての先生
And below that is your birthday, your teacher level and user ID. Here it shows how many students you have obtained. I have 28 students out of 45. And next we have our PvP rank. The top is your highest ranking and the bottom is your current ranking. And now to the left you can press this button to change your profile display student. And lastly below that you can change your profile description. Okay, now that's out the way, below we can find a button to see your announcements and news. And to the right of that is MomoTalk. It's a place where you can unlock special affection events. It's also a place where you unlock the live 2D once your affection is high enough. Then below that is your missions, going in top order. The top tab is where you can see all your missions in one place. The next is your daily missions, then weekly missions, then performance missions, and then you have your achievement missions. At the bottom right there's a claim all button, and yeah, you can pretty much press claim all on the first tab and just claim everything at once. We also have guide missions where you can get a free student Nonomi or her shards. Basically they're missions that you can unlock daily. There's 7 sets, so you pretty much unlock them by logging in daily. For example, if you want to do the 5th set, my count has to be 5 days old. Also these are very worth doing, so do not skip on these. Here we can see the event banners, and now that's all done we can now start looking at the bottom buttons. So starting with Cafe. Here is where you can pretty much raise the student's affection, you can place and edit furniture and also claim free energy and credits. The higher comfort level, the more bonuses you will generate. You can also increase your cafe rank by pressing the button here. I'm not really sure where we get this material from, but as you can see, it increases our generation rate, how much energy and credits we can hold. It also increases how many students can visit and our comfort level. At the bottom you can move your furniture around, you can also gift students, buy new furniture and make presets. And this button here will move everything to your storage, and as you can see, that'll bring our comfort level all the way down. Okay, so here's our schedule. Here you can also raise affection. You can get various rewards like student shards and skill books, which are really useful, so take advantage of this since you get to do it 3 times a day, so make sure you do it. So what you need to do is select a location you want to go to, then press on the area you have unlocked. Then once you have done that, press this button to claim your reward, and you can rank up your location and unlock new areas by collecting these points. And this button here allows you to quickly view which area you want to select, and you can see your tickets at the top left. Next we have the student list. This one's pretty self-explanatory, it's where you can upgrade your students. I'll give you a quick rundown on how to upgrade. So you press this one here to upgrade your student skill. As you can see, the materials are needed here are quite expensive, but it is what it is. You press this one here to upgrade and equip your student with equipment. These can also be upgraded into different tiers. It's really recommended to do this since it gives some nice extra stats. You can press this tab to upgrade your student's level. You can press the EXP notes to select how much you want to use, or you can press this button to instantly put as much XP as you can into your student. The next tab to the right is a tab that allows us to increase our student's star. We can upgrade it to all the way up to 5 stars, so that's really cool. And we can get these shards from the shop. Depending on the star of the student as well, they'll unlock a new skill. I'll put a link in the description that will show the list of current students we have. Next we have our squad. Here you can edit and form new squads. Press this one to change your students. Press this one to change your party leader. This pretty much lets you change the character you see walking around before the stage starts. And below that is our special info. Make sure you raise your specials because they give your strikers extra bonus stats. Next is the guild. You can make a guild with your friends, which is really cool, but please don't take the game too seriously because that drains away the fun, to be fair. But if you want to make one, you can press this button to create your own for 100 gems. And this button here automatically joins a random guild for some reason, so be careful when you press this. I have no idea why they made this button. I accidentally pressed it and joined a random guild for some reason. I will be making my own guild, but I will be posting the information in our Discord server. Next we have the crafting tab. This allows you to get various materials. It's kind of like Arknights recruitment, but for materials. But I'm not going to go over it now because I kind of don't know how to fully take advantage of it yet, so I'll probably make a separate video for that. Next is your shop, where you can trade for all kinds of items. Here you can trade for hunting tickets and different kinds of materials, but I would definitely avoid using this shop for now because of how expensive these items actually cost. And next we have the shard shop. Have you ever wondered what the use of the shard you get when you pull a duplicate student? Well, you basically trade them here. You're able to increase your student's star with these, so you can increase it up to 5 stars if you wanted to. But do watch it though, because every 20 you trade in, it will increase the price of the shard by 1. For example, okay, next we have our raid shop. This is currently not out yet, so I'm gonna skip over this. And here is where we can trade our PvP tokens. And finally, here's where we pull in the Gacha. I'm pretty sure all of you know how this works. Here you can do singles, here you can do 10 shots. You can press this button to see who's the rate up, who's on the banner. And the one to the right of that gives you a preview of which students are on rate up. And here is your gacha count. So for every pull, it'll give you 1 point. Once you reach 300, you can trade in 300 points for the rate up 3-star student. Okay, now let's take a look at jobs. Here's where you do all your missions pretty much. So starting from the top is our standard missions. These will give you, these are the missions you should be clearing to advance through the game. It's also a good place to get upgrade materials for your students. Next we have the story. The first one is our main story, so make sure you clear these since they give 40 gems each one you clear. Next to that we have our side stories. Like main story, they also give 40 gems. And lastly we have the replay section. This is where you can look back and read all the story and all the scenes that you missed or skipped. Okay, below that is our wanted missions. This is a place to get skill books and skill materials. It's a really important place that you need to farm later on if you want to upgrade your skills. You will also get a power bonus depending on which score you bring, so make sure you plan accordingly. And next we have special requests. This is where you can farm your credits and EXP notes. The top one is for EXP notes. It's really recommended to bring some AoE students here. And for this one is credits. Single target is the best one here. And a little mention, for these there's no need to bring any supports like healing supports. Just bring pure DPS since the enemies don't really attack you. And this one here is your raids. This isn't out yet, so I'm just going to skip this. And lastly is PvP. PvP is very simple in this game. I'll do a guide later how to take advantage of it. But as you can see, it also generates credits here. And below that is a button where you can claim your PvP tokens. You can press this button to show your battle history, and you can press this button to make a defense team. And the last thing I want to show you is the whale shop. Here, if you want, you can buy gems. In this tab you can do the single time purchases for gems. This one here is your monthly passes. This one is your full pass, and the other one is a half pass. They also stack, so you can literally stack 2 monthly passes at the same time, as you can see on my screen. And the last one is your material packages. So here's an example on how to buy something. You will be asked for your date of birth, so make sure you are of age or literally just fake your date of birth. So yeah, that's all of it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and yeah, thanks for watching and good luck.